Hello Virgo, welcome in. Welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name is Wendy Wing. I'm doing another Virgo bonus reading because Virgo, you continue to have some of the highest viewership on these readings. So I'm going to continue to send you out more readings. Funny how that goes. All right, hope this reading finds you happy and healthy and enjoying your journey to becoming more and more yourself. All right, the overall energy of today's reading is the Knight of Wands. This is world building energy to me. A lot of fire, passion, feels like going after what you desire. This is not going after until you burn out. The Knight of Wands doesn't know if what they're going towards is going to create what they want. But they're going after and creating worlds, world building. This is action, taking action, movement. What type of action? Three of Wands in reverse. This is a lack of expansion, a timing card. The Three of Wands for me is there's something here about you taking action on what your highest excitement is, world building, what you want to create, going after what you create. And there's some type of steadiness, not burning yourself out. Feels like there's, as you take action, the universe is reciprocating, meeting you halfway. There's something about the energies where you put in a bit of energy, action, definitely required action, not just talking about it, not just conjecture, not just imagining. This is action. But what I'm getting is when you take action, just one unit of action, it feels like you're getting a response back, support, help, things moving a lot quicker, moving towards you, closing the gap. Tell me more about this energy. Six of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, Seven of Cups in reverse. Feels like you're learning who and what to invest in. Not investing all in one person, one situation. This is very interesting. I'm getting that when you take action, Virgo, towards your highest excitement, this world building type of energy, this sounds a little and looks a little magical. You put out one unit of action and the universe responds and with three energies, units of action in return. There's something about how when you take action towards, in this energy, world building, towards your highest excitement, that you don't have to put in the full, it's like the universe has got your back. And you don't have to do everything. It's like the universe meets you. It feels like when you're on those walkways, moving walkways at the airport, really long walkways. And when you take action, walking in the direction you want, the universe turns on that moving walkway. And so your action is multiplied by 3. You get a lot done that other people would have to work harder, do more, work longer to get as far. Interesting. And now, in regards to physical reality, there's something about you investing, something you invest into others. It's almost like when you want others to join you in this energy, there's something doesn't work the same. Is when you take action, it's almost like when you invest in others. I get the feeling, Virgo, you invest way too much into others and they don't reciprocate. Such an interesting message. There's something here when you work with the universal energies, when you're taking action towards what you want to create for yourself, the universe reciprocates times 3. It looks a little magical. But when you invest in others, it's almost like you overinvest. All right. So what does Virgo need to know about this overinvestment? I don't feel like there are very many people who understand how to take action and create the way you create, Virgo. You get a lot of use out of the action. Feels intelligence, too. And it also just feels magical because you're in alignment with what you want. But there's something about when you invest in others, there's like an overinvestment and then a disappointment that they can't do what you do, that they can't make things happen the way you make things happen. Knight of Pentacles reverse, 10 of Wands reverse, Devil card. Which has this, what I'm getting is you're investing in people who just can't do what you're doing. And you're over investing in them, thinking that that will get you the multiplication that you are looking for, the help that you're looking for. Instead, it feels like people can't do things quickly like you do. They can't multiply. They can't get on that moving walkway and make things work like you are able to do. And so there's this energy of, there's no one out there that can help me, that can support me. And so there's this feeling burdened, overburdened. A belief like you're the only one that can do this. I'll just do it myself, that type of energy. Why is the Devil card here? Capricorn energy. Hey, Virgo, showing up in your own reading allows you to take advantage of these energies. There's some type of prove it energy that's exhausting you. You're very capable, very capable. It looks a little magical, but there's this belief that you have around others that belief is attracting what you believe about others. That they're toxic, that they can't do things, that nobody's capable of helping and supporting you. Nobody cares. Whatever those stories are, it feels like the universe is so cooperative. that the universe is like, okay, if that's your belief, you don't get what you want, you get what you believe. And so it feels like this reading is so you can change those beliefs, so you don't have to be alone, so you don't have to be in this constant hyper independent state, is what I'm getting. So you can be in community with others, cared for. All right. The hidden blessing, we've got the Page of Pentacles reversed and the Fool card reversed. Two came out. Unwilling to... Page of Pentacles reverse is my card for inability to reconnect the dots in a different way. Inability to see things from a different point of view. No neuroplasticity. Stuck thinking. It is this way. That's the way it is. No full cup. You can't teach to someone who's a full cup. And that's my card for full cup. This is the way it is. I've met a lot of older people, and I feel comfortable saying that where I am, who are just so stuck in a perspective, in a belief, and there's absolutely no other perspective, no new or different or expanded. No, just a lot of no. And that mentality, that inability, a lack of neuroplasticity to see yourself, see situations from a different vantage point. Going through life, it's been my experience that if you allow new perspectives to come in, it doesn't necessarily clear away those old beliefs, but gives you more. Not black or white, but more a different vantage point, more perspectives, more ways of seeing things. And the more you add this way, instead of it's either right or it's wrong, black or white thinking kind of keeps people stuck and with no flexibility and no adaptability in how in perception. And being stuck here, it feels miserable. And so instead of right or wrong, this way or that way, oh, well, maybe once I learned more and understood more, then I could see it from a different vantage point. Not about who's right, who's wrong, but being able to see different perspectives, different aspects. Fool card reverse is the same type of energy, repeating cycles. No new growth, no new adventures, but just staying stuck in this permanent cycle. Very limited. No new ideas coming into this type of energy. It's interesting that this is in the hidden blessings. Why are these energies in the hidden blessing? Tower. Coming out as a challenge. Okay, the hidden blessing is that this false reality, very limited, duality, right or wrong, this way or that way, it's collapsing. That feels like the blessing. The tower, the story of the tower, two people go inside the tower and they create this separate reality around them, brick by brick. And so they are not in reality. They're in a false reality. And so the universe blesses the people by collapsing that reality, crown chakra. And the people fall out of that false reality. So there's a hidden blessing It looks like people who've been stuck in this limited perspective, repeating cycles, that the blessing is that their false reality is collapsing. It does feel like a challenge. When I've been in a similar energy, it's incredibly confusing, very painful, but it was happening for me. Now looking back, I'm so grateful for those towers. It was disconcerting. It was I needed some processing to kind of recognize that I've been in two realities, that I was in a false reality, and that once that collapsed, and once those false realities collapse, it's happening for me because nothing was happening in those false realities. All right. Anything else about the tower or any other hidden blessings that Virgo, that would be helpful? Nope. All right. Moving on. What you're leaving behind is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Love that. You're leaving behind depending on others, maybe codependency, financially, stability-wise, depending on someone else for your finances, for your perspective, for your belief systems. It feels like since you're leaving that behind, you might be enjoying independence, freedom, stability on your own. World building was the first card. It feels like there's this accelerated energy that you have access to. And so whatever actions that you take when you are in alignment with what you prefer, what you're excited about, and you have steady action taken towards that, then it feels like you're on this fast track. You're leaving behind instability, depending on others. Now that's interesting. So on the one side, there is this hyper independence that you have. You're letting go of toxic energies. I get the feeling in the environments you're leaving, you've overinvested in people who aren't at your level. You have this ability, Virgo, to reconnect the dots in a different way. The Page of Pentacles showing up upright, clarifying the overall energy. That was the energy in reverse. That's the hidden blessing. Feels like you have that adaptable ability, neuroplasticity, to see things not black or white, right or wrong, but expanding a different point of view, a different perspective. Anything else that Virgo's leaving behind? No? All right. How to get the most of this energy tower. Another tower. All right. False reality is collapsing. It's being done for you, for whoever this is happening for. To allow what's false to collapse. What's not real to collapse. Stop trying to keep false realities and upright and let them fall apart. Let those Okay. So feels like this is about something that's happening in the world. This feels like towers, false realities collapsing, and how to get the most of this energy is to stay balanced in your thoughts. Don't go down the doom scrolling way. It feels like this is being done for you to help you create the world that you prefer, which is where we started, world building, taking action towards what you prefer, a fast track, and it feels like you might be building your 10 of Pentacles. You're leaving behind 9 of Pentacles in reverse, and you're going right into 10 of Pentacles. Like incredible abundance. If you stay balanced in your thoughts, to not, feels like when these towers happen in the world, reality's collapsing, you could tune in to the collapsing tower and have that experience. But there's something about a mindset of recognizing that the collapsing energies, whatever, collapsing realities, that it's happening for all of us. It's not just, it's a false reality. It feels like those who focus on the collapsing energies might have a mindset like the sky is falling. The worst is apocalyptic kind of beliefs. And in a way, they're correct. There is a false reality. There are false realities collapsing. And so you can experience, you get to choose how you want to experience it as necessary steps in evolution, so the false realities collapse, so you can world build the new. It looks like you're a part of the new reality, building this new reality, but just not focusing and attuning to the collapsing energy, but attuning to, it feels like who I'm talking to, Virgo, that you have a part to play, if you want, in creating the new reality that's coming in as the false reality collapses. All right. Moving on, what's supporting you is the 3 of Pentacles in reverse and the 2 of Wands in reverse. 3 of Pentacles in reverse is my card for doing all the work. That's kind of, the same vibe I was getting off the overall energy, that you're separating from people who you've invested in, who they're a bad return on your investment, where you have to do all the work, and you're reimagining yourself and getting back out there. Feels like you're separating from people, situations that don't work, where you've had to do all the heavy lifting, and you're reimagining yourself and getting back out there to create what you prefer. Wow. All right. Death card, King of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. There's a definite ending. It feels like you have left or leaving 3 of Pentacles in reverse. People, situations, groups where you're expected to do all the work. It's definitely over. It feels like that version of yourself is also, you're putting that version of you to rest. You've learned too much, and you're cutting out who and what do not work for you. I'm getting it real, standing on business. Feels like you're embodying this King of Swords energy, cutting out who and what doesn't work for you, speaking your mind. Speaking up, speaking from experience. The King of Swords has gone through a lot of experiences. Head over heart. And it looks like you're training your focus on what you do prefer. Queen of Pentacles has resources. She's training her focus on the 3D reality and creating what she wants around her, who she wants, how it's done, Feels like you're very focused on creating a sanctuary around you. It feels like all of this is coming from a spring of self-love, loving yourself, not in any mamby-pamby kind of way, but loving yourself, loving your flow, going after what you desire, cutting out people who don't work with you as an act of self-love, instead of keeping people around who don't work, don't care. It feels like you're loving yourself by not having to be around, making yourself be around people, situations that aren't for you, not giving from an empty cup, only giving from overflow, not burning yourself out. There's a steadiness and a realization of what and who is a burden, what and who is toxic, and just cutting out those aspects. That's beautiful. All right. Moving on to what to be mindful of. We've got the Page of Wands. This is my Dapper Dan card. He is looking so sharp in his suit. He's so confident. He's trusting how he shows up. Very charismatic. He has no idea if that wand, if going after what he desires is going to lead him to success, happiness. He has no idea. The Page of Wands here feels like he's just following that spark of desire, spark of unique spark, not caring what other people think, but having his own energy, his own charisma, his own charm, his own personal style. And just it feels like he's being himself. All right. What does Virgo need to be mindful of? Why is the Page of Wands something to be mindful of? Anything else to be mindful of? Hanged Man reverse. Feels like you're getting out of stuck energies, seeing something, a perspective shift. Feels like there's a subtle shift in perspectives, like a whoop, and it helps you go after what you desire. You know, the wand is a spark, and it's not a full flame. It's just following that spark of ideas for the fun of it, not because. So if you've got like, well, there's this opportunity and kind of a, but I think if I went to it, then I might meet people and buy. That's not following your excitement. That's a lot of mental gymnastics. That's not following your highest excitement. If it's got all that, maybe following your highest excitement is something that literally feels exciting, that you're excited about, that you want to do just for the sheer experience of it, for the joy of it, not attaching something else to it, but because of the fun of it. Being able to attune to and be like, ooh, I am excited about that. That's my whole body's excited. My emotions are excited. Then that's a yes. And I just want to do it because of the fun of it. Not because it could lead me, because it can. But if you've got all those mental gymnastics, that's not following your excitement. So following your excitement without any expectations or need for an outcome. Doing it for the fun of it. Repeat. until you follow your excitement and then it's over, or it follows, you get more inspired and go in another direction. Okay, anything else that Virgos need to know that would be helpful? Queen of Wands in reverse. This feels like anxious, afraid to go after. This feels like not feeling good enough, not feeling brave enough, allowing fear, inner fears, inner worries to keep you stuck, to keep you from going after what you prefer. Feeling like other people have got it easier or something, some type of envy or jealousy. Oh, Knight of Wands. It's a Knight of Wands sandwich, this reading. It looks like there's this opportunity. Ooh. Even though there's emotional attachments, even though something has been disappointing. Two of Cups reversed, Eight of Cups reversed. Feels like making moves anyway. Sometimes I have left relationships with people, not just romantic relationships, even though I still care. I still love them, but I recognize that the relationship's over and they're not good for me. And I can have both things. I can have an emotional attachment and care and also realize that it's not a healthy relationship. I can hold space for complexity. And with the Chariot, it looks like victory, moving on with this world-building energy, making moves in the 3D, moving on from fears, worries, concerns, and going after what you desire. Your highest excitement, world building. All right, Virgo, I'm going to do an extended reading on Patreon. There's a link in the description box below. It says extended reading here. You click on that link, it'll take you right to part 2. I'm halfway through the reading. In part 2, I'll be looking at health, relationships, creativity, new opportunities, and career and finance. I'll see you over there, Virgo. If not, have an amazing rest of your day. Thank you so much for being here. Take care.